his bachelor party in Vegas.
Yes.
Oh, that was. What? We haven't heard that story
Wow.
in ages.
Wow.
Yeah.
You tell that story.
Yeah.
Scott.
Well, let me start with
It was at the Desert Inn when it was still the Desert Inn.
the Desert Inn Hotel in Vegas. LeVar wanted to have his bachelor party
This
in
is what
Vegas.
this show's about. Here's some dropping names.
Yeah. So let me start with. So I was best man in your first wedding, and
You were.
Yeah.
And the groomsmen were.
we're the away team. We're the groomsmen.
That's right.
Jonathan
Jonathan
Patrick,
Frakes,
and
Michael Dorn.
Dorn.
Patrick Stewart.
yeah.
Yeah.
That was a great wedding.
You know,
Thank you.
What
and
a
so
great reception.
LeVar wanted to have the bachelor party in Vegas, so we all booked the Desert Inn. I was doing a convention in Colorado, in Denver, and
You flew in from Denver?
I flew in from Denver
recall that.
because, but preceding me to appear in front of the audience at a panel was Francis Coppola, and yeah,
In
Francis
Denver?
Ford Coppola. And I'm looking at my watch and I'm going, I got to go. I got to get a plane to LeVar's wedding. I mean, a bachelor party. So somebody went out and they told Francis he had to get off. He was pitching Dracula.
Ah.
And so he came off, and I said, "I'm so sorry. I just have this." He said, "Hey, it's your crowd. It's okay with me."
Oh, it was a Star Trek convention.
Yeah, and but it was a Comic-Con, I
Yeah.
guess. But maybe it was just Star Trek. I'm not sure. So I fly to Vegas, and playing that weekend in Vegas at the Desert Inn was, of course, Frank Sinatra. And it was a dream come true that we were all going to hopefully see. So we went over to see if we could get tickets to Sinatra's show that night, and it was completely sold out. And we were like, oh, wow, I wish we could. Anyway, we're hanging out outside the ballroom where he performs, and this guy comes out. I think he was one of the musicians in the band, and he recognized us. He said, "Oh my God, what are you guys doing here?" He said, "Well, it's LeVar's bachelor party, and we really wanted to see." He says, hold on," and he went inside, and he came back. He says, "The old man wants you to come. There'll be a table for you all, and."
It was like a scene from a movie. They ushered us down to this booth
Yeah.
that was like
It was like the Goodfellas.
yeah, it was like the Goodfellas.
Yeah.
They ushered us to this wonderful booth,
And we saw Sinatra perform.
and and they delivered a bottle of
There was
champagne.
champagne at the table. It
spectacular.
was like it was unbelievable.
And his son was leading the band.
yeah, Frank Jr.
Sinatra
was conducting, as he did at that point in Sinatra's career,
And he was a friend of Roddenberry's.
and he was a friend of the Roddenberrys.
neighbor.
Exactly. And this is, Frank Jr., who I was just listening to the Sinatra channel the other night, and it was a whole album of Frank Jr. And I was shocked at how good he was as a singer.
As a singer?
Really?
Yeah, he could swing like Frank. His voice is reminiscent of Frank Sr., but it's a little higher, and just the bottom's not quite the same. But I thought, boy, he's good. He was good. But we go backstage after the show because we were told you're going to meet Frank Sinatra afterwards. And by the time we got back, he was gone. And but Frank Jr. was still there, and he wanted to meet us.
Boy, did he.
And we all went in, and we talked to him for a while. And
A
Frank,
while.
A while. We watched him take his clothes off and his boots
that's true.
and change.
But he was Frank was God love him. He was a kind of a slightly unhappy guy. He was dour.
that's fair. I
You
think
know,
that's fair.
he because I mean, you know what? He probably had the most difficult junior attached to his name
In
of
history.
anyone in history.
Yeah.
To be, I mean, because the other one I could even compare him to is JFK Jr., who managed to kind of overcome being a junior.
Absolutely.
did
I
he?
believe he did.
Well, kind of. And I mean, he had a real, I think he was going to totally do it at some point.
Right.
But Frank Jr. was a bit, he was just, he had a tough life.
He was
and
talented and smart.
very smart.
But his father was Frank Sinatra.
Right, his dad was Frank Sinatra. So it was me and Jonathan and Dorn and you.
Yep.
And we're all backstage. And we come out afterwards, the four of us, and Johnny says, God, he's very dour. He's kind of down. I go, yeah, he was really, seems very unhappy. And LeVar said, yeah, I can't believe it. Dorn says, hey, nice guy, huh?
He'll never live that moment down.
That is who Michael is.
That is torn.
Yeah, our buddy.
That is torn.
Anyway, that was an incredible experience.
That was a great night.
Your bachelor party.
We've had some times, some good ones.
No doubt.
I have a favorite memory from a con with you that I've never forgotten, where we were in Tulsa together. And we went to the casino. And maybe we'd had a couple of drinks, maybe we hadn't. But LeVar was hitting. We were at the blackjack table, and he's hitting, and he's hitting, and he's hitting. And then he won $3,000.
Yeah.
And he stuck his feet in the bench.
In
of
the rungs,
chair,
yeah,
in
the
the
rungs
rung
of
of
the
the chair,
chair.
and
Yeah.
stood up and announced to all of Tulsa and this entire thing, "That's how Kunta rolls!" All the white people turned and looked. It was clear.
I was
they
having
didn't
a good
know
night.
You were having a good night.
Having a good night.
You
And
always have a good night at the table.
yeah, you're
I don't
good
know
at the
how that
tables.
is, but
he and Dean Devlin.
Dean Devlin too.
Devlin
knows
has
how to, he knows how to play craps. But we had to leave the casino
we
at the right time.
yes. You always know when to walk away.
That's the thing.
That's the
you
thing.
know?
That's the thing.
Yeah.
That
I
was fun.
usually know because I'm broke. It's time to walk
him.
away.
You need to really identify the point of departure before you get to broke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It used to be a regular thing when we did the Vegas convention.
Absolutely. We all
Lena
used to
loved
go
the
out.
table.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's true.
After a dinner. Now we want to go to
go to
bed.
Exactly.